Good morning and welcome to Tours at 10. Today we're back in the Grandma Moses Gallery, and we thought we'd show you something that, well, Jamie and I think is really pretty darn cool. The only known self-portrait that Grandma Moses did of herself.
And so in our earliest iteration of the Tour at 10 here in the Grandma Moses Gallery, I mentioned the very first work by Grandma Moses that entered into the Bennington Museum collection. And that is this needlework by Grandma Moses called Cairo, which she created in 1933. Moses had always been artistically inclined since a young age, but she hadn't had the opportunity to really follow her artistic inclinations because she was so busy being a farm wife, raising a family, raising children, doing work on the farm. But as she approached retirement age and into her 70s, she started to pursue her creative interests. And at first she started embroidering pictures out of wool. And this is one of those early pictures called Cairo. And it was given to the museum in 1960 by her granddaughters, Zoanne and Frances, who she had helped care for here in Bennington between 1932 and 1935. And so this is the very first work that entered into the museum's collection. However, it wasn't discovered until something like 15 years later, well into the 1970s, that in fact it also contained Grandma Moses' only self-portrait. So when we went to reframe the needlework, the curators at the time discovered this painting sitting behind the needlework. Grandma Moses was always self-effacing. She had a very kind of unassuming attitude about herself, about her work. And so we don't know why, but she decided to just use this painting as a backing. But in the 1970s, they discovered it, and we now have it framed and right at the entrance of our Grandma Moses Gallery, so that every one of our visitors can be greeted by Grandma Moses as they walk into the door. We're used to seeing landscapes, but with this portrait, you can kind of make out her bun, her signature bun that she wore on top of her head. She was probably pretty younger than we're used to seeing her in photographs. This would have been painted around 1933 or earlier, before the needlework that it was used to back. It's created on oilcloth. Most of Grandma Moses' paintings are created on masonite. But Grandma Moses, early in her career, she would take any material that she had at hand in order to make her work. And so oilcloth was a material that they would have had a lot of on the farm where she worked. So she took oilcloth, and because she didn't have the training to paint the human face, she created it in profile, which was a common technique for self-taught artists to get past those difficulties.
So there you have it, the only known portrait of Grandma Moses. Thank you so much for joining us today at Tours at 10. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Just as a reminder, we know that there are a lot of organizations and businesses struggling here in our country and in Vermont. We would encourage you to consider supporting them, and if you're able, support us as well. We are not immune to this hard time. No visitors means no revenue coming into the museum. If you are so inclined, you can buy a membership and give it as a gift. Plan ahead. It makes a great Christmas gift, a birthday gift, a Mother's Day gift, or a Father's Day gift. We'd appreciate that support, and you'd help us keep this museum alive and vibrant for all of us to enjoy once we get out of this pandemic. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Stay strong. Stay safe.